Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hermitcraft. The last time we built the most compact and best XP farm in the game in our base. Just like a 4x5 design, basically. And yeah, we got that going for us, which is nice. But today, guys, we are in the fireworks factory. We are, as you can see here, crafting up some fireworks. These are actually going to go into the fireworks shop, but we've also been crafting up a bunch more fireworks, as you can see here. Some of these will go into the fireworks shop, but some of these, like these here, these good ones, these are actually going to, I'll just show you what it looks like here. Bada bing, bada boom. Bam. Bam. That's actually the Cub Edition firework right there, but these are going to be what we're going to be shooting off at our base today, because last time I promised you guys a long-forgotten technology will be used today, and that's exactly what we're going to do to shoot off these fireworks. So I've thought about how I best want to do these fireworks, and I think it would be cool if we logged onto the server, we were greeted with a tremendous crescendo of fireworks throughout this entire base area. And also if we came back from the nether, like let's say we just like came out of this portal, let's say we go through here, and we come back. So, yeah, we're in the nether now, right? So, yeah, nether dimension. We go to the end, or we go to somebody else's base. Come through the nether. And once we come back to our base, I'd like there to be a firework that shoots off and explodes at our base. Kind of like that. If you just saw that and don't know what happened, we have, ladies and gentlemen, a player online detector, or more accurately, a dimension detector for myself. So here's the deal. Here's how this thing works. So this is kind of forgotten technology. This was developed by TwoName a long time ago, like back in 1.16, which is many years ago. But basically the way it works is you have a cat that we've tamed. In this case, just happens to be a jelly cat. It's on a lead, standing up, so it can't teleport to us. But when we either leave the dimension, as you just saw there, or leave the game, a firework will launch off and shoot up into the air because the cat sits down, which means that this chest can't be opened, which means that the comparator can't read anything off of the chest, which means that the lamp turns off and the firework, like the dispenser, becomes unpowered. And then when I log back on, the whole process reverses. The cat stands up, the chest can be read by the comparator puts out a signal, and then launches the firework into the air. Now, I can't really demonstrate this without my camera account, so we're going to switch gears now into the camera account. You can see up above there, hello, hello. That is me down there. And now I'm going to log off, just like this, from the whole server. And then when I log back on, we should see that a firework launches as well. So if we go back in, there it goes. And as soon as we log on, kablam, which is amazing. So anytime we log onto the server, we'll get a nice little fireworks display here at the base, and anytime we come through the nether, I'll just show you guys the nether version again here and what it looks like from the cam account. We'll go through to the nether and come back, and so this works across any dimension, and this is a vanilla thing, by the way. I just want to point that out. This is not a data pack or a resource pack we have. This is something you can do in regular vanilla survival Minecraft, which is kind of awesome. And so if you come back through, bam, there you go. How awesome is that? So that's really cool. It shoots off a firework every time we enter this dimension. And yeah, that is actually pretty cool. And also, it could be cool if someone was here and we entered the overworld elsewhere. Someone would just see a bunch of fireworks shooting off and they wouldn't know the cause. So the plan is we're going to breed up some cats here, and that will allow us to get several cats that we can use to launch off fireworks anytime we enter the area or come back from the nether. And also, I think we're going to put a player online detector near the spawn chunk, so anybody within 250 blocks of spawn, whenever we log on, they will hear, "Have no fear, Cub is here." That'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. Alright, let's breed up some cats. Alright everybody, so welcome back. We're now at the spawn area with our cat, and we're just going to have this cat sit down here. Yeah, you can see it has like a little world spawn map and things. It has a nether portal now, and we actually helped to design this with Suma, and I think we're going to add a couple of things around the area somewhat soon. You can see there's a way up from the bottom and stuff. So, yeah, we're going to add on some more stuff soon. But I think this is the chunk. If I hit F3 plus G, yeah, this is the centralized spawn chunk. And then around here, there's an additional chunk on every side, as well as on the corners that are also spawn chunks. But this whole thing is basically encompassing our spawn chunks here. So what that means is we have to basically dig underneath of this structure and put our cat there. So let's get down there and do that right now. Alright guys, player detector is online. So this is what happens not only when I go through this portal near the spawn chunks, but through any portal back from the nether to the overworld. Or actually from the end to the overworld too. Like if I go through the end exit portal. So here's what happens. If I go through, listen closely.
Have no fear. Cub is now here.
Have no fear. Cub is now here. Oh man, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be awesome. So yeah, of course this is just the same thing we had before, except now with a custom music disc attached to it. So if we come down here, walk down this way, you can see same setup, cat over a chest on a lead, comparator sticking out of that. This is full to keep the comparator updated, and then we just have a simple system here which cycles music discs. We got 2 of these, and they just cycle these into the jukebox so that, you know, when we enter this dimension, it plays the record disc. So this is going to be kind of a long-term prank we're playing on the Hermits here, everybody. So basically, I need you guys, if ever you hear the phrase, have no fear, Cub is here, whenever I log on or switch dimensions in another Hermit's video, I need you to let me know in the comments section so I can go and check it out. Because there's no way they're going to be able to ignore that, right? Eventually, somebody's going to make the connection, hey, this isn't a horn. Or they'll, like, see me come through a portal, and they'll be like, wait a minute, he didn't blow a horn there. And then, yeah, then people will be like, what's going on? And it'll be hilarious. But you'll know. The Hermit will not know. So keep that on the DL, guys. Keep it on the DL. Anyways, right, let's see. We now have a bunch of cats. Got about maybe 20 cats or so. This should be more than enough for our fireworks dreams here. So I'm going to basically make that same contraption, but in the base here, a few times. But I think we can sort of reduce the number of cats we have underground by basically running multiple fireworks off the same cat and then just like altering the timing. So like we can just put a few repeaters on one to have, you know, one shoot off a little bit later than the other one. But it still should work whenever I come through the portal and when I log on. So that'll be really cool. I'm thinking, you know, we have maybe like 4 in this area, maybe 4 over in this side, 4 back there, 4 over there, and then maybe a few over on the far side beyond the dogs over there. That could be a nice like display type thing, and maybe some in the front too. So yeah, we don't want too many fireworks, you know, because then we'll have problems restocking. But we want it to be a good show, right? We want it to be a spectacle, if you will. So not just 1 or 2. We want like 10 or 12 or something like that. So I'm going to get started on this, guys, and I'll be back once I've made some progress. 4 newly constructed player dimension detectors later, we are ready to test out this system. However, there is one caveat. One thing about this is that it won't work every single time because you have to actually have somebody here loading these chunks around me for the cat to like actually recognize, hey, Cub's not online. I need to be sitting down. So it won't work every single time, but hopefully, you know, with Cleo being somewhat nearby, Etho being nearby, Pearl across the way, I think Tango is somewhat close by. Hopefully some of the cats will sit down when some of those folks come online and I'm not online. And then that would shoot off the fireworks. But we've loaded up our dispensers now. You see we have some Cub Edition fireworks and we have some just basic fireworks with a little bit of a trail. And we're going to basically hide these with some skulk veins so that they're not too visible. And so 1 cat controls all 3 of these dispensers, and we have 4 cats in total, each controlling 3 dispensers for a total of 12. You can see some of these if I just walk around here a bit, like over here. There's one right here. There's one right there. There's one over here. And there's also some in the front, like over here. And way in the front, like right here, for instance. So let's give this thing a shot. Let's actually log off right here and see what happens. So we're just going to disconnect, Totally. And then we're going to log back on to Hermitcraft. And fireworks. Yes! Success! Let's go! All right. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Log on to a nice little fireworks show. Okay, great. That worked well. Let's try the nether now. So we'll go to the nether and quickly come back. And we should see the same thing. So nether has been entered. Then we go back. And another fireworks display. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. Yeah, and there's a little bit of like differences in timing, so that's fantastic. We could add even more of these things, but I want to keep it like reasonable numbers to start off with, but we could expand this at any point. I mean, we got the cats to do it now. Look at this. We got like a little cat army going on now. We got a dog army and a cat army. Craziness. Okay, we got so many animals around here. Jeez. So with all the fireworks installed here at the base, we're going to continue to craft up more fireworks here at the factory, but we also got to go and fill in some things at the shop. Namely, we got to fill in some of these things, and also we have some bundles that we're going to stock and put up for sale as well. Alright everybody, here we are at the fireworks shop. We need one singular diamond to hit the next level to get the trophy from Asuma. So let's check and see if we've hit it. We also got to put away, of course, some flight duration 3 rockets, because we've been primarily stocking these, because Joe, our biggest customer, always uses, or doesn't always use, but most of the time uses these flight duration 3s, so we got plenty of those going into stock here. So let's see if we've made any diamonds here. Had a big sale, 1 diamond per stack for everything. So let's actually check over here in the Hermit fireworks. Anybody? Anybody selling? Oh my god, no sales? Bro, come on. Really? Nobody bought anything. Nobody bought anything. Oh my god, dude. Giant sale and nobody purchased a thing. Crazy. Alright, let's check over here. Oh, there we go! We made it! Let's go! Let's go! Alright, that's good. That's good news. That's good news. Yes. We are making diamonds still. Okay, so we made it. Let's see exactly how many diamonds we got here, and we also got a bunch of fireworks that we got to put away in these chests. All right, everyone. So we didn't get any sales at the glass shop nor the horn shop, which is kind of surprising. I thought for sure people would buy some of the new horns we put up, as we have some real bangers in there, but that is not the case. So we end up with 2,509 diamonds, which means we've completed our quest for 2,500 diamonds. We're going to raise prices on the glass shop. I think we'll probably keep the horn and the fireworks shop at the lower prices, just because I think those are a little bit more reasonable. But yeah, we're going to basically go to the base now. We got to mail Asuma to get our 2,500 diamond firework trophy. So, coming on back into the fireworks factory. Let's just swoop over this tree line, hit our face on the wall, as one does, and we are back, baby. Let's go. All right, so let's come over here to the, mailbox, and looks like somebody has returned one of the horn boxes. Thank you, whoever this was. Appreciate you. Only one person has returned it so far, so we only got one of our boxes back. Unfortunately, we don't know who that person was, because they didn't write anything in there, or, rename the paper or anything, but thank you to whoever that person was. So we need to mail Asuma. Where is Asuma's stamp? There's Asuma. All right, Asuma, and we need to basically, I think we just write him a letter, tell him we need the trophy, and then he sends it. I think that's how it works. So let me go get some levels. We got to go to our XP farm, Armadillo XP farm, not very far away. So we'll just come on over here. We'll just fly on this way. You know what I need? I need a box of potions of infestation right outside this this thing. Let's see if we have any here. Do I lingering poison turtle master? Poison. Nope, no potions of infestation. Okay. Yeah, let's make a little repertoire, a little stockpile of potions of infestation, so I don't have to constantly brew up more. So, yeah, let's just do that real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, infestation potions have been acquired, and yeah, now we can get some XP here. Except not like that. Alright, well, that was great. Alright, after the armadillos got out, we just wrangle them back up, and now we're just gonna hit them with the potion here, and hopefully... Yeah, there we go. We get some silverfish coming out, and some easy XP after our wings are repaired. Nice, nice. Alright, XP gotten, and yeah, let's head back over here, ship this thing off to Asuma. So all I think we need to do is just grab the box. We're going to put in this paper, and then also, yeah, this book, which just says, yeah, I need the trophy. And then we're going to ship this off to Mr. Asuma. So we put this in here, put the stamp in there, press the button, and it's gone. Off to Asuma it goes, so hopefully we'll get that in the next few days. But for now, I think we're going to do a little bit more base work around this area. Alright everybody, so if we make our way out of our fireworks factory via the Willy Wonka elevator up here, there we go, we just get launched out. We can see our base in its entirety from up here. You can see it's mostly this area dominated by the skulk and the skulk veins and the amethyst at the moment. However, I think it would be cool if we added more to it than just this stuff. We also got to work on our base a little bit. I want to expand that in the future, but for now, let's talk about the landscape. So the one thing I think that doesn't work here, I mean, we got the veins I think that work, skulk veins, we got the skulk that I think that works, we got the amethyst, I think that works pretty nicely. The one thing that's sort of a eyesore here is actually, believe it or not, the trees. The trees don't cut it. So I think that's the plan. We're going to chop down all the trees on the skulk, see where that leads us, because I want a little bit more room here to expand and build and make structures and things. So yeah, we're just going to get rid of all the trees here, especially all the trees on the skulk, and just see what it looks like without too much tree action around here. Like without a whole ton of greenery. We could always add this back in if we need to. These trees are super just basic trees. They're just like the trees that were here initially. Then I just, skulkified the area around. So it shouldn't be too hard to take these down, but let's just see what it looks like without so many trees around the area here. Kind of feel like Paul Bunyan with the amount of wood chopping we've just done here. And you can see, if we look around, this area has become much more open. Before it felt kind of enclosed, like the forest was kind of encroaching in on us. But now, we've basically taken control of the forest, and we have this huge buffer zone now between where the skulk ends and where the forest begins, which has really opened up a lot of space. It's made the factory look a little bit nicer, I think. We got more space back here. This mountain's been kind of cleared and pushed back, and now feels like it's more open for building. Same thing in the front here. So yeah, we have a lot more space now, at least it feels that way. And so, why have I done this? Why have I chopped down 2,000 logs and decimated a bunch of forest to clear an area? Well, basically, I have a plan here. And the plan does not involve trees at all. No trees. We're not doing trees here, guys. If you're looking for trees, go elsewhere. Instead, what I want to do is I want to form sort of the structure of the base around minerals that protrude from the ground. What I mean by this is take for example this amethyst bud, this amethyst crystal here. Imagine if this was made of blocks rather than just being one block. It'd be like a 16 block tall amethyst crystal that's just sort of sticking out of the ground and would absolutely dwarf the player. So imagine if we had a bunch of different minerals around here where there was minerals coming from the ground that towered above the player in various spots and protruded out of the ground and curved over and had all sorts of different shapes to each mineral and things like that. That's sort of what I'm imagining here. It's sort of like the exact opposite of an organic build. We're going for sort of a bizarro world here, right? We're going way off the reservation, trying to do something that's it might just fail horribly, which would be fantastic, because then we would know it doesn't work. But I think it will work. I think we can make it work. I think we can make something super cool out of this. And we've actually been sort of preparing for this most of the season. Let's talk about the minerals. We have tons of minerals we've been accumulating this season. We got tons of raw iron, raw gold, lapis blocks. We had redstone blocks forever, basically. I mean, look at this. We got redstone blocks, redstone blocks, redstone blocks. Like, more redstone than I'm ever going to use ever. And probably more redstone than, like, the entire server will use, honestly. But, yeah. We can make some stuff out of these redstone blocks, and we also have things like, you know, a bunch of diamond blocks we can use. We have a bunch of emerald blocks that we've accumulated. Look at all these emeralds. Look at the size of these emeralds. I mean, come on. And so my idea is, what if we took some of these minerals? Let's just take some redstone blocks, for instance, and let's see if we have... we have any skulk veins? Yeah. All right, take some skulk veins, some redstone blocks. What if... bada boom. All right, what if we developed like a concept for the redstone block mineral, right? Let's say we want it to be like a square shape, right? And so let's just say we make like a little square like this. And these will be like our trees, effectively, right? So, like, we could do something like this. We might put in, like, a couple of other red blocks just so it's not all redstone blocks. But, like, what if we just did this like this? Kind of interesting, right? And then we have the skulk veins. Oh, I got some out. There we go. The skulk veins that could cover this. And this would be, like, our minerals. This would be, like, our trees. Look at that. Blends pretty nicely with the ground, don't you think? Yeah, and just that all the way up. And these could be like towering pillars. And then we could have like another pillar like over here, for instance. Maybe this guy's just a small guy, right? 4 blocks, 5 blocks tall. Like this. We cover this guy up. Like so. Same on this side. This guy obviously would be covered up here. And eventually, like, we create our own forest, but it's like a bizarro world forest. With weird structures and shapes and minerals of all sorts and different odd formations and things. Some really tall, some kind of fat, some kind of, you know, doing their own thing, like going off in weird directions. So we could have some concepts like this for the redstone, and then we could have other concepts for other minerals. Like, let's say the emeralds, we have, let's say a concept for this is like, let's say instead of like a square shape, like with a 2x2, let's say this is like always a like 3x or 4x2 shape, like a rounded shape, sort of like this. And so then we'd build this up like this. This is just an example again. We could also do like hexagon shape or, you know, rhomboid shape or triangular shape. And then we just cover this up like so. And this could be our mineral for our, you know, emerald ore type thing, right? So we'd have all these different ores and stuff sticking out of the ground. Just as kind of a cool, like, alternative to trees. Because trees are great, don't get me wrong. Like, anything you build with leaves automatically looks pretty good. Just because of the nature of, like, how humans view things. And, like, they want to see, like, organic things. But sometimes you gotta get weird with it. And that's what we're about to do here. So, yeah, that's something that I definitely want to focus on in the near future. However, we're going to hold off on this for now. And instead what I want to do is I want to basically work on also making things consistent around this area. So, basically right now, we have a couple of farm concepts, like aesthetic concepts. And the one I think I want to go with is this one here, where we have the nice warm copper, the wax copper, alongside the deep slate. And yeah, then we have basically everything else like deep slate and deep slate variants. We have the same thing over here with our scoot farm. If I blast over here, you can see just a little bit of copper, deep slate, and yeah, things are going quite well here at the scoot farm, I will say. So basically we want this, but for all of our farm areas. So I'm thinking we alter the iron farm area, which right now is just simply iron blocks, because that's what we had when we built this. And we changed the upper part to be basically all deep slate, and the bottom part to be copper and redstone lamps, so it's consistent. And yeah, you can see there's poppies, there's iron blocks, etc. This farm is actually shut down right now because we're overflowing on poppies, but we can restart it anytime we need, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, we need more consistency here, and yeah, I think it could be a cool concept. So we got ourselves an iron collection area, which is a lot more aesthetically pleasing and consistent with the other farms, and plus I think it just looks better straight up because the copper is a much warmer block than the iron, which feels kind of cold. So that's fantastic. All these things have been updated, and yeah, now we're ready to basically make our base a little bit better and upgrade the area around it, but that's going to have to wait for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. So if you liked today's episode, please leave a like. Be sure to subscribe to get more videos like this from me, and I will see you all in the next one. Farewell.